Over the weekend, I had a really interesting conversation with a friend of mine who's just joined Reform. Now, she's a middle-aged woman, like me, and really cares for her family, she cares for her community, and she cares for her country. Of course, all the three key areas that Reform UK are committed to. And it's taken her a while to kind of come to the position where she feels that she wants to really pin her colours to the mast and say, yeah, I'm going to join the party that I believe is going to make the biggest difference to those three areas in the UK. And I asked her, what's kind of led to this point? Why has she come to this decision? And she said, well, the thing is, Wendy, I don't always like Nigel Farage. I find him sometimes a bit abrasive. I find the whole thing about racism and immigration a problem. I care for people who come into this country, and I don't want to, look as if I am racist or I'm a bigot. And I said to her, well, I can completely appreciate your feelings because I feel the same. I'm compassionate towards those true people, true refugees, true asylum seekers who come to the UK. But of course, we see a lot of people coming to the UK illegally. And the other question is how many? If we had 10 million people coming to the UK, would it be okay? If we had 40 million people coming into the UK, would that be okay? There's got to be a point at which we say this far and no further. And that means being tough. And she said to me, that's one of the things that she's noticed about women who are in Reform. We're the kind of mothers who are like warrior mothers. We very much believe in compassion, in love, in care for other people. We believe in freedom. We believe in people being able to who they are and express themselves the way they wish. But what we don't want is to have parameters broken down, to have borders crossed, to have, if you like, the kind of parameters or boundaries that we might set to our children as a mother. We don't want to see those being breached. And what happens if you have a child who breaches those boundaries that you set? Well, there's going to be some kind of payback or implication from that. The child is going to be disciplined in some way, or there's going to be some result from them behaving in a way that breaches those boundaries that you put in, whether they're behavioural or whether they're to do with their attitudes or whatever. And I said, I think this is why women are coming over to Reform, because they see the strength that we have in terms of our conviction about what's happening in the UK, but they also see that we're going to do something about it, that we're not just mealy-mouthed, we're not just saying that we're going to do something, but we've actually got plans and policies behind it. Now, of course, some of those are still being developed. We're not in the period yet up to the general election. And during that time, I know that we will see many more policies that will come through and will make much more explicit reference to different areas within government. That will have to happen in order for a manifesto to be released. But what she liked was the fact that Reform is not discriminatory. It's not about race. It's not about colour. It's not about creed. It's not about gender. It's simply about individuals, people. And it's about people who are living in the UK now. And it's about enabling the UK to thrive, for people to have freedom to run a business, freedom to buy a house, freedom to stay at home and look after your children, freedom to go out to work. And that actually, as a woman, being in a party which first of all supports your freedoms and stands up for your freedoms and speaks up when those freedoms are breached and when crime is committed against you as a woman. And look at what Layla Cunningham has been speaking about in London and the rape gangs. These are criminal acts against women and girls. To know that you're in a party that cares about that, to know you're in a party that has equality at its heart, I think it's a very powerful message. And I feel that there is a new vision emerging and that Reform is at the forefront of that new vision for Britain. And if you're watching this and you're a woman and you're not sure about Reform, have a look online. Just search. You'll get lots of bad stuff. You'll find lots of criticism, but you'll also find lots of women like me who are mums, wives, friends, daughters, aunties. We run businesses, we have jobs, we work in the community, we do all sorts of things. But we are sane, but we see the degradation of the UK due to many factors. And the one that I feel most strongly about actually is the economic situation. If you had lots and lots and lots of money and lots and lots and lots of resources, a lot of what we see wouldn't really matter because we'd have the resources to help the rest of the world. But the problem is we are hugely in debt. We can't even run our NHS efficiently. We can't even reduce the benefits bill because there are too many pulls on that public purse string. And while ever we're in that situation, our economic situation is getting worse and worse and worse, and we have to change it. So this is why I believe in reform. I believe we have a group of people at the leadership level who are also committed to low taxation, to smaller government, to freedom for the individual, freedom for the person. And if you're a woman who believes in family, community and country, I urge you to join us, make your voice heard and be part of this amazing movement.